Good morning, everybody. We are live with another Right Angle Sports Release show here on Thursday, February 16th. And the Untuck It prop bettors in the chat, a little bit disappointed as we're sticking with what worked on Tuesday off a easy winner on that first half just a couple nights ago. Good to see so many people in the chat here on a busy Thursday morning. We got the best of all time, Tiger Woods back on the course in a couple of hours, but of course a massive college basketball card, number of setups. A fun show here for everybody getting bets in before a huge college basketball weekend. Before we get into it, just want to remind everybody that the service is beginning on Monday, February 20th. We are less than 96 hours away from the beginning of the college basketball service. Also want to point out that after the show on Tuesday, we added a 25 play option to the order page. So for those of you who went and saw the 75, thought it was maybe too much of a commitment, and you wanted to go with a shorter term option, the 25 play option is now up on the site as well. So after the show, be sure to get over to raspicks.com/order. You will see the 75 and 25 play option. Again, 96 hours. Subscription list is getting big in a hurry. And so get over there after the show, choose either the 75 or the 25, and get ready for Monday morning. With all that said, release show's been going well. 45, 31, and 1, 59.2% headed into this Thursday card. So we'll give everybody a couple of seconds. Get ready before we get to the first setup of the Thursday card. As always, pulling up the odds screen from Spank Odds. For those of you who don't already have it, great way to see which books have what price across the entire market. All of you should be having this live by now if you haven't already. It is free to get, and you can follow all of the line movement in real time. The reason we have it is to show you where you can get the odds that we set up when we say go, what you're seeing, also what is moving. Be sure to keep an eye on the board all the way around. Here we go. First setup of this Thursday card. Going to game number 834, San Francisco Pacific under 156.5, 11 p.m. Eastern time. 834, San Francisco Pacific under 156, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Couple more seconds. Game number 834, San Francisco Pacific under 156.5 is a go. We are betting San Francisco Pacific under 156.5, starting the Thursday morning off with a go. As we see two books start to move, the rest of the market lingering behind. Let us know in the chat where you were able to get it, what price you were seeing as we now get down to as low as 154.5, but still looks like a slower moving Thursday for some of these places, as 156.5 still available on the board as we go. San Francisco Pacific under 156.5, 157 for Alex. See a 158, a couple 157s, in fact, half a point better than release. Sean, West Coast guy, back for more shows. We're able to get it. James with 156.5, 157, showing up quite a bit as well. Same thing for Spade. Sam, Alex was able to get it at DK as well. Same thing with Barles Jr., Moonfish with 156.5 as well. Was a bit of a quick mover at 1, but lots of success here, showing up in the chat with 156.5 for Joe Lupo setting as well. 56.5 or 57 showing up on the first setup. Moving on to setup number 2 for this Thursday card, is that San Francisco Pacific total tanks to 152.5. Wow. Second setup. Here we go. Going to game number 767, Western Kentucky +5 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 767, Western Kentucky +5, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Game number 767, Western Kentucky +5 is a go. You're betting Western Kentucky +5. 2 goes in a row to start off this Thursday morning show, keeping the tempo quick as we see nobody on the board moving yet. Western Kentucky +5. Good for Alec, who was able to get it at DK as the odds board begins to light up. just a little bit as we've slid over now, seeing Ed at +5 as well. Same thing for Jordan. Tim got Buckeye. There we go. +5 for Tim. 5.5 for Jason, who was able to get it. Brian was able to get the 5-2. Same thing with Chris, Phil, Andrew, Devin Barth back for another show at 5 as well. Same thing for Patrick English. Saw Chase at 5.5. Ross, 5 -110 as well. Same thing for Michael, who was able to get the 5 at his PPHs 2, and an easy one for Zach, who was able to get the 5 as well. Western Kentucky +5 is the second go of this busy Thursday card. A couple more seconds before we get to setup number 3. All right, here we go with the third setup of this Thursday card. Setting up game number 823, St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Game number 823, St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Couple more seconds. 823, St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5. Game number 823, St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5 is a cancel. First cancel of this Thursday show. We are not betting St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5. This is a cancel, despite some places moving early with some front runners there bumping up. But this is a cancel on St. Mary's, San Diego, over 137.5. We are not betting this total. Let's go to setup number 4 of this Thursday show. We are setting up game number 826, Utah, Arizona, under 148.5, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. 826, Utah, Arizona, under 148.5, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Game number 826, Utah, Arizona, under 148.5 is a go. Third go of the show with Utah, Arizona, under 148.5. Got it in your bet slip. Bet it immediately as we start to see Chris BOL move everywhere else. A little bit behind yet this morning, under 148.5. Devin, again, with a great show for Devin, 149. He was able to get JR 148.5 at the PPH. Jason, 148.5. Same thing with Alex. We saw another 149. I wasn't able to click on it quick enough, but Brian got the 148. Steven with the 148. Same thing with Chad. Chance was able to get 148, and John at 149. Same thing with Will. Saw Joe Lupo was able to get it again. Spade coming in, said it was moving quick. Michael, 148.5 at MGM, 148.5 for West Coast guy at PPH. Anthony, 149, was able to get that as well, half a point better than the release line. Seeing another 148.5 of 149 within the chat as well, coming in from a number of different folks. So good to see success on the third release as well, as that total now down as low as 145.5. Basically 3-point moves across the board on these totals. And that will do it. Under 10 minutes again, as we keep the tempo on these shows up to get everybody on their way on these Thursday and Saturday morning shows. We will be back with another show on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. To recap here quickly, I'll post it on Twitter as well as in the Discord too. San Francisco Pacific under 156.5. Western Kentucky +5. Utah, Arizona under 148.5. 3 goes for the Thursday show. Good to see so many people back in the channel. 1,215 to the end of the show. Remember, the service begins Monday morning. Really want everyone to go over and check out raspicks.com/order. That 25 play option is available as well to go along with the 75. That will start bright and early Monday morning, but we will be back with you Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Have a fantastic Thursday. We'll talk to you on Saturday morning.